Hello.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Happy Tuesday evening.
It is Tuesday. I was thinking Monday for a second.
I did too, actually.
Yeah.
Earlier I was like,
I'm glad it's Tuesday, not Monday.
Right. It's Tuesday. How's it going, guys? Thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Make sure you give this stream a like. You know, first things first, like the stream right away, immediately.
Damn. Do what she said.
Yeah, how's everybody doing tonight? We've got some movie news for you.
Yep.
We're gonna just hang out and chat like always, and maybe fight a little bit. And
maybe that's what we're known for, right?
You never know what's gonna happen on this.
You don't want to get comments about that.
Yeah.
So you better not come for me tonight.
Basically, I'm angry. Are you still alive? Are you safe? Blink if you need out.
You know, I like this channel because everybody's very protective of me, you know, and nice.
I know it's odd.
Over on my channel, they just rip me to shreds.
I know it's weird because I feel like the people come from your channel, so it's like.
Well, some of them. Yeah. I do think that we have our own.
Yeah, it's really funny because, I mean, you know, if you've been around since the beginning or even for a few years, you kind of, you know our dynamic. We've been together a long time, and we're, you know, you might think that
plenty of fights before this channel.
You might think that like we hate each other sometimes. I don't know, like it's just weird to me. I mean, I guess it could sound unhealthy, but like to me, it just feels like healthy, normal conversation. Like, I don't know, like it's like, you know, we say something and then like 5 minutes later we forget about it. You know what I mean? But the internet, people think that it's like really serious and that we must hate each other, and I'm like really angry or you're really angry or whatever.
We're referring to the podcast we dropped over the weekend, and we got a little heated in the podcast.
I know, but to me, like we didn't. That's what's weird.
I felt like we got a little heated.
You think?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Just a tiny bit.
Yeah, we did. We finally came back and did a podcast episode. We talked about just the age of social media and how it I feel like it affects, or it's changed, you know, how we have hobbies and you know, watch movies. We kind of lumped it together as like how social media has changed being a movie lover / physical media collector, but also like collector of other things. It was kind of like it was a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
it could apply to a bunch of stuff. But yeah, I thought it was a really interesting topic, and definitely not that it hasn't been done before, but I just think that it's really fun to kind of dive into those deeper topics where you feel like you could just go on and on and on about it. You know, there's a lot of layers to it, I feel like. So
it was a good topic. I think that we tackled it well, and if you haven't checked it out yet, go back and check it out.
But you know, you come from one side of it and I come from another side, but I feel like we understand both sides. Yeah, I feel like we both understand both sides though too, but it's like for whatever reason, like people just like to think that, I don't know, it is what it is. But yeah, I don't know. You have anything you want to say? We as you know, we went on vacation, so we weren't here last week. We went to the beach. Yeah, we didn't talk about that.
We did go to the beach.
We didn't do like an update on our podcast. We kind of went straight into the topic.
No, yeah. It feels like we've been back like 3 months now.
We've been back
a
week.
A long time ago.
Over a week, but yeah. So we weren't here last week because we went to the beach. And you know, that was really nice. We didn't really do as much as I kind of wanted to. Our kids were just like very lazy and chill. You know, they were perfectly fine with just like swimming, hanging out at the hotel, going to the beach. They didn't really like want to go do stuff, which there were just like a couple of things that we wished we had got to do. You know, we wanted to like go to a cool putt-putt place. Because I don't know, I feel like they're just always a little bit cooler on vacation, you know.
Yeah, some of the beach spots are pretty cool.
Yeah. And then we wanted to go to a really like nice seafood restaurant. We didn't get to do that. And then it would have been cool if we had got to go see a movie.
Yeah, I always want to go see a movie somewhere
We'll
else.
just go ahead and say this too. We're like in a very challenging time right now because our kids have like zero interest in going to the movies, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
And it like really sucks because, you know, this was like the summer of blockbusters. Like there were there's a lot of good like family stuff that we could go see.
And it's like 10 movies I wanted to go see, and it just feels like they passed me by.
Yeah.
I can't even remember what they were.
Yeah, so that's been kind of a bummer.
But I'm supposed to go see 28 Years Later this Thursday night with your brother.
Yeah, so. Yeah. You know, you just made me watch the last one, 28.
Yeah, we watched 28 weeks over the weekend.
Later.
Yeah.
So now I'm not even going to get to see the new one.
Which I don't know if we wanted to talk about any movies we watched.
Yeah, I think we decided that we're going to do just like a roundup of sorts and do like a separate video maybe, because we've watched quite a bit of stuff.
We can do that for the newer movies, because 28 Weeks Later is an older film, so we can like give our brief thoughts on it a second if you want to.
Okay.
Or if you want to save for the video, it's fine. All I was going to say was I liked it a lot more than 28 Days Later.
Gotcha.
That's all I was going to say.
Yeah. And I don't remember the first one. This one was just
terrible. Oh, I hate it.
It's just a very interesting style. Yeah,
the same style, same like camera style and stuff that kind of turned me off a little bit.
Yeah,
with the first one.
I don't.
But this one just had a better story. I don't know. I just thought the story was better. I thought that the locations were more interesting and just felt like it had more going on.
Yeah,
I like the characters better. Even though the first one's got Cillian Murphy in it, like he's a good actor. It's kind of where you got to start. But I don't know. I like this one better.
Yeah. So anyway, okay. Yeah. So I think we've been watching a lot of stuff, but I think we're gonna maybe try to make a video where we chat about the stuff we've been watching, just so we can get like a formal video out there.
Yeah.
I haven't done one of those in a hot minute. I think the last one we did was like the Final Destination opening rankings.
Yeah.
Which didn't do well. So I don't know why people didn't care for that. And I thought that it was going to be a good one. You know, I was excited about that because I felt like the Final Destination, you know, the new movie, I feel like it was pretty popular. And so,
yeah, the thing you got to understand about Michelle is if a video doesn't do well, she won't want to make another one for like a month.
Yeah.
So
it's true.
But if they do good, then she'll keep wanting to make them.
Yeah.
It's just how
it's just very discouraging when.
Hey, I mean, you're talking to somebody that I have to work through the bombs. I have to work through the highs and the lows.
You don't even have any bombs.
Oh, I've got bombs for sure.
Not bombs to me, though.
I've got glorious bombs where the videos do very well, but then they just bomb in the reaction. I got those.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But no, I've got my fair share of videos where I'll put them out and I'll be like, damn. I mean, it's the only difference is it's like, obviously to scale, you know, like a bomb for me is like, you know, 1,500 to 2,000 or something. Yeah. And I've even had
to
some
me, that would be great.
You know, and some I expect, like some I just see coming and I do them anyway because I want to talk about whatever I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But other ones I just don't see coming.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, why did they do that?
Well, we talked about it before and it seems to be, well, not all the time. Like, I will say like some of the ideas that I've come up with, like the video will do good. But I know it's like a thing where people say that sometimes when they're like really excited about a video and they, you know, think it's gonna like be awesome, like it won't do well, but then another video that they didn't put as much into or whatever, it'll do really well. So anyway.
Always seems to be the case.
All right, let's get into the chat. Why is it so big? Is it always that big?
That's what she said.
It is not always that big.
Oh, I have no idea. I think it's just the style. I put it in that block style.
Okay, well, I mean, it's easier to read, I guess, but it's usually a lot smaller.
I'll put it back to the bubble.
Okay.
I didn't know it did that.
Yeah. It was like ginormous. We have a Williams reviews in the chat. What's up, Ken and Michelle? Hope you had a great vacation.
What's up, William?
We did. Let's see. Sith O'Brick says, partner arguments. The loud ones aren't as serious as the quiet ones. Interesting.
That's true. That's very true.
We got K-Man Movies and More. It's a Blues Day Tuesday, of course, the best couple on the internet. Well, I don't know about that. Thank you, though. Hit the like button for this incredible, well-adjusted couple. Thank you so much. We got Adrian in the chat. Oh, he's saying hi to Caveman. We got Corey in the chat. Hey, look at this good-looking couple.
What's up, Corey?
How's it going, Corey? We got Collector Movie Man. That's when you leave the kids at home and get them a babysitter. We wish it were that easy.
Well, we're getting close to our son can just babysit our daughter.
Yeah, we are.
I'm like, y'all don't want to go to the movies? And fine, we're just going to leave your ass.
Yeah.
Stay home.
Let's see. I did not want to give any spoilers for 28 Years Later, but I did a review on it. Check it out if you want to. Awesome.
I will after I see it.
Everybody's saying hi to each other. Michelle and Ken, I've been watching a really good TV show on Apple TV Plus called Silo. I've heard about that. It's been on for 3 years. It's got Rebecca Ferguson. Yeah, we're actually trying to find a new show to watch.
Yeah. There's not like 85,000 of them.
Yeah, it's just hard to pick.
Well, it's always a commitment, you know. It's different with shows than movies. It's like, because if you don't make the right choice, like you could be 3 or 4 episodes deep before you realize, yeah, this show ain't it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. We got Sarah in the chat. Hey, I miss this channel more than anything. Well, how's it going, Sarah?
We're back.
Let's see. Yeah, I know how you feel, Michelle. I did a live stream last night, and so far I've only received 2 comments and I've only gotten 7 likes. Well, hey, that's pretty good.
Better than nothing.
It's pretty good. Pretty good. Let's see. Whoa. You guys skipped over 3 of my messages in the beginning.
Whoa.
They might have
dropped off because sometimes they drop off.
Yeah, I think they dropped off, Dave. They're not there. I
got in here and then we backed out and came back in, and sometimes it'll erase them.
Yeah, they're not there anymore. Because you left them like before the stream started, and so.
Yeah, I wish it didn't do that. It does that. I've noticed.
Yeah, sorry about that, but they are gone.
Like, I won't even get into some of my streams. I'll see like some comments in there earlier in the day, and then I'll get in there that night, and then they'll just be gone.
Yeah. Murderbot and Mobland have been great ones in my opinion. I did see Murderbot.
Did you cancel Apple TV Plus?
No, I still haven't canceled it.
Oh, okay.
Murderbot, it's got what's his face? Alex. What's his name?
Skarsgård.
Yeah, Skarsgård.
One of the Skarsgårds.
Is his name Alex or Alexander? Is it Alexander?
Alexander.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, Sarah says, good. I'm glad y'all back. We got Plainview. I think Hollywood is on a big downward spiral, and it seems like any good new movie is an accident.
Probably.
Interesting. Sarah wants to know, how's the kids? They're really living up the summer. Let me tell you, they're staying up all night and sleeping all day. Like,
that's ridiculous.
It's really bad. Let's see. We got Maria. I did watch last episode on your podcast. Very interesting. Well, thank you, Maria.
Thank you, Maria.
Okay. Well, let's just get right into some topics, shall we?
You want me to bring it up?
Yeah, go ahead. We'll start out with the box office.
And as always, if you guys want to chime in while we're doing it, feel free to do so. All right, here we go.
So, we're a day late because it's Tuesday now, but
$1 short.
Normally we would do this on a Monday, but.
Am I starting us off?
Are you okay?
I don't know if you want me to start. You always say I talk too much, so I'm just making sure. Am I taking the lead here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so the weekend box office, we had How to Train Your Dragon coming in number 1 with 37 million. We had 28 Years Later at 30 million, number 2. And Ilio took a big fat crap and made 21 million, which is the new Pixar film, which is not very good. I think I heard it was the lowest opening Pixar film of all time.
Yeah, well, we have another topic about it.
Okay, so I won't dive too deep into that.
Yeah.
But 28 Years Later, I'm surprised, but I'm also not surprised, I guess. But 30 million is a pretty good haul for that movie, I think. I don't know what the budget was, but I don't know. It feels like, I don't know. I didn't think that had the staying power, I guess.
Yeah.
But I guess people are very nostalgic for the older ones, and we're looking forward to this one.
Now for How to Train Your Dragon, this is the second weekend,
This is the second weekend. So the first weekend it made, I think, about 80 million.
So yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, so that had a good hold.
That was How to Train Your Dragon was one that I thought we were gonna go see with our kids at the beach, actually, because there were like a couple of times where it rained, but we just couldn't get them there.
Well, no, it didn't open. It didn't open.
Oh, it hadn't opened yet. Oh, okay.
I wanted to see dangerous animals while we were down there because it kind of matched the theme of being at the beach with the sharks.
But obviously, you would have to go see that alone. So.
Yeah, well, I could have took her some. You know.
Okay, sure.
It was a shark film.
You know, it's not your vacation.
Well,
it's a family. It's a family vacation.
Our daughter didn't want to go anywhere. She just wanted to swim in the pool.
Swim, yeah. Yeah. So there you go. There you have it. Like I said, we are going to chat about Elio.
But yeah, I mean that's 28 years later, 30 million. Again, I don't know what the budget was. I think they did a pretty good job promoting it, though. I feel like it was kind of everywhere. So, and it's supposed to be a franchise. Like, there's a prequel coming, and there's like sequels and all this crap.
Good grief.
We'll see. They're capitalizing off of the zombie resurgence from The Last of Us, I guess.
Okay, so like you said, Elio. If I'm saying it right, are you saying it like that?
I don't know. Okay. That's just how it's coming out.
Like you said, it didn't do very well. And so it says, as Elio flops, Pixar executive admits it's a rough time to make original films, but the alternative is making Toy Story 27.
Oh, come on. They're not that far into it yet.
So I don't know. I think that's kind of funny. Like he's being like a smart ass, you know?
Yeah, he's definitely...
He's like, that's a little defensive.
A little anger.
Yeah.
I think.
He's like, well, what do you want me to do? Make the 27th Toy Story? At least we're trying.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, you guys suck because you didn't go see an original film, but you know, you'll go see Toy Story 5 and Toy Story 6. But you know, IP franchises, I mean, that's what gets people in. I mean,
in my opinion, I don't feel like the marketing was very good for Elio.
Not for me, but I don't know. I'm not subscribed to Disney Plus. I'm not a kid, so I'm not the demographic for
like
YouTube.
I remember seeing like a poster for it at the theater, or like one of those like cutout.
It just didn't.
What do you call those?
I've heard it's really good, but it just didn't.
I did hear it was
stand out to me. Like I didn't know what it was supposed to be.
It's just,
I don't know. I'm just not in that world anymore. Our kids are like grown, and I'm not paying attention to like.
They're not grown, but I mean, anybody can enjoy an animated film.
That's true.
It's just for me, because of like streaming and stuff now, all of these animated movies, they just start to feel the same, and they just feel very like generic and like streaming quality, like streaming movies. Like there's just so many streaming movies out there that seem just like this one to me.
So this is like a space adventure. Is that what this is?
I think that there's like space.
So I didn't even know that until I just randomly saw somebody kind of bring it up.
Yeah. Let me look at
what I don't know, like everything that Pixar does now when it comes to like original stuff just feels like so generic. I don't know. There's just nothing to.
I just said that.
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, it says Elio, a space fanatic with an active imagination, finds himself on a cosmic misadventure where he must form new bonds with alien life forms, navigate a crisis of intergalactic proportions, and somehow discover who he is truly meant to be. So I'm sure it has like one of those cute, very sweet, heartfelt, you know, messages.
I just think it's too much. I think it honestly, like. You have the most successful Pixar movies like Toy Story. It's about a kid that's playing with his toys and they're coming to life. Like that's just a very like easy thing to translate and like relate to.
Yeah.
Like growing up, leaving your toys behind, things like that. Incredible superhero film stuff. Like that's easy to translate. Then you got Inside Out, which is dealing with like emotions and things like that, which is very resonant for people. I don't know. I just think that some of their ideas, they're just too out there.
Going to space is just too out there. Huh?
It's just I don't know.
Or using your imagination is too out there.
To launch like an original film with that, it's like, well, what is this going to bring to the table that all the other space films and stuff hasn't already done before? I don't know. It's just my thought. Like Luca, like I wasn't a big fan of that.
Yeah.
What was that one movie that had Tom Holland and Tom Holland was one of the brothers? It was like a fantasy world where they were like brothers. Remember like we saw it right before the pandemic, I think maybe. And Chris Pratt was the other brother.
Was it something Upward or
Onward?
Onward, yeah.
And it was just like set in this like fantasy world or something. I don't know. It's just I think that kind of stuff is I just don't people are into it.
I didn't hate that though.
These aren't bad movies, except for Luke.
We went and saw that in theater, and I remember it had like a really good ending.
That one had like a really. I thought the movie was okay, but it had a really good.
Wasn't it something with like the dad or something and the brothers? Yeah, it was really emotional.
You know, and I like Soul. They put that one.
Oh my God!
They put that one on Disney Plus, straight to Disney Plus.
Yeah, I remember. Didn't that come out during COVID?
Yeah.
Yeah, we watched Soul, and I actually just shared. Did you see like me share that in my stories the other day?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Did you really? Or are you just saying that? Oh, okay. Yeah, like I forgot about. Like I didn't forget about the movie, but I did forget about the movie, and like it was a clip from the movie, and I just forgot like how heartfelt I thought that it was. And it made me want to watch it again, but it's like making yourself watch an animated movie, you know, when there's so many other things you want to watch and, you know, your kids aren't going to watch it with you and yada, yada, yada. But yeah, I remember Soul. It just had a really good message. And, you know, that clip that I shared, it was just talking about, you know, he finally made it as like playing as a musician, you know, and he was like, well, now what, you know? And she's like, this is it. Like, this is the point. She's talking about like, it's the journey, you know? And it was just like, that's so true. Like, you just think that once you get somewhere, you know, you're going to be fulfilled, but really there's no end in sight, you know?
Yeah.
So I always love when they put those deeper meanings in the movies, even if they are kid movies. I feel like it's just, I really love that. So.
Yeah, they were just on such a hot streak, you know, since the mid '90s when they had Toy Story and I don't know, A Bug's Life, Finding Nemo. They need to do more like non-human stories, I guess. I feel like the human ones are like humans are the main characters, except for The Incredibles. Mm-hmm. Like when it's about a bunch of fish or a bunch of bugs or a bunch of toys or a bunch of emotions or whatever, cars. You know, it's like it feels like they do better. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the trick.
Okay, let's continue on here. So John Bernthal, is that how you say it? John Bernthal as the Punisher. He will be in Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Sweet.
And so that's cool. I mean, I like him, and from what I remember, like he was a good Punisher. And
well, the Daredevil was in No Way Home, wasn't he?
I think so.
Yeah, he was just like playing the lawyer, but I'm pretty sure he was in.
It was just like a little cameo.
Yeah, he was in there. So I guess it's kind of makes sense. It's in universe. Well, I think it's all in universe now, but
yeah. So that's cool.
Yeah, that is cool. I don't have too much to say about it. I didn't watch the new Daredevil show. I didn't watch the new Punisher season when it came out.
Yeah.
So I'm behind on all that stuff.
I don't know. I just feel like he's kind of a little bit more of a rougher character, you know? So I feel like it might add some like more seriousness to the movie, maybe. I don't know. It just depends on how much he's going to be in it, but.
And I mean, he's a violent character too.
Well, that's what I meant. Like, it'll be interesting to see what they do with him in it. Okay, moving right along with some more superhero stuff. So, you know, we're getting the Fantastic Four here in what, a couple weeks or getting close, right? They are apparently already planning for the sequel. So I guess they're, you know, planning for it to do well. And
I mean, I would hope so. Yeah. I mean, you get characters like the Fantastic Four, you got to plan to do multiple movies.
Yeah, this movie, you know, was on my top 10, you know, most anticipated for the year. I'm not really like, I don't really care about it right now.
Well, you know, we're going to get to the point where we're like, hey, let's go see Fantastic Four. And everybody's been like, I don't feel like it.
Yeah. Well, no, I know. But I am like, I'm.
Me and Liam seen every Marvel movie this year. We're going.
Okay, listen though. I am still pumped to see Superman, and that was my number one. And I'm still pumped to see it. Like everything that I keep seeing, I'm like, yes, yes, yes. Like I've still got the momentum.
That just shocks me.
Yeah, I
want to see it. I'm by no means pumped.
Okay.
To see Superman.
Okay.
But I do want to see it.
Yeah. So I'm still excited to see that, but I am thinking that I'm kind of going to be waiting to see what people say about Fantastic Four before I'm like, okay, we need to get there to see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like Superman, like I'm going, even if you all don't want to go.
Oh, I'll go.
Like, well, of course you'll go. Like, get us a babysitter, okay? But yeah, I Superman is still a priority for me right now. Fantastic Four, I'm probably gonna wait and see like what people say about it.
Yeah.
Whereas like Superman, like I do want to try to see that opening night, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, well,
you're talking about Superman here in a second.
We'll see. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so I thought that this one was kind of fun. You know, I like the juicy gossip and stuff. And you know, I mean, it's pretty straightforward, but I did read about it just so I could understand the situation a little bit more. But you know, apparently there is a subreddit thread for
There's always a subreddit thread
for the Snyderverse, okay? And you know, a lot of people, you know, have problems with the remaking of Superman and all that because of the Snyderverse.
Should have came back.
The again. Snyder Cut, yeah, all that crap. So anyway, apparently a user in the Snyder Cut subreddit, he posted and basically was telling everybody, when this movie comes out, you need to just go, you know, put horrible reviews for it, right? Just say that it's shitty and terrible and don't go watch it and all that kind of stuff. And then James Gunn, he came back and was just kind of like laughing. And he was like, he's like, I'm not really worried about what this guy said. He was like, maybe like 8 people will listen to him. Like he just like played it off and was like, I don't care. This is stupid.
And then at least 10,000 of those people out there, but
yeah. And then like I guess the person in charge of the thread or whatever had it taken down. They were like, we didn't approve this, we don't support that, yada yada yada. So I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, I mean, this is also played at this point. People review bombing stuff and things like that. It's like, who cares? Well,
that could be like a whole nother topic in itself.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like just critical response, fan response, like none of this stuff phases me anymore. Like I don't even care.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
If something looks good to me, I want to see it. If it doesn't, I don't want to see it. And I really don't care who says what about it.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah.
That's just me though.
Yeah, so anyway,
Now there are times, now I will say when a movie is like really like overwhelmingly, like people are just bashing it, it does make me curious about it. But if I really wanted to see it before I heard all that, I'll still want to see it.
Yeah, but you also want to go see stuff when people are going crazy for it too.
So you
do fall for that.
It makes me more curious, but if I wanted to see it
on either extreme, you're like that.
There have been
like
times,
Sinners, you were like, we gotta go, and then like Oppenheimer, I gotta go, I gotta see this. They're making me feel like I need to go see it. Like you fall for both ends.
Sometimes,
no,
there's an extreme.
You do
that makes me sometimes. But if I wanted to see it before, I wanted to see Sinners before it got prayer. I wanted to see Oppenheimer before. I still wanted to see these movies, but yeah, sometimes it can maybe make me more curious about the movie.
No,
I don't know.
No, like Oppenheimer, I remember like you just like had this crazy desire to get there, and like you went after work in blue jeans and like had to sit in the front, and like you did like the worst situation setup ever.
I didn't have to sit in the front. I was up in the top.
Oh, I thought you were like in the front.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
I probably would have liked it better if I was in front.
I feel like there was a movie that you said you had to sit up front for.
No, I would have loved that. I love sitting up front.
I could have sworn you told me that.
I used to go to the theater all the time by myself.
Hell no.
I wouldn't be in the very front row, but I'd be in the second to the front row.
No wonder your neck's messed up.
Always. I love it up there. It just feels like you're a part of the movie.
No, that's terrible.
I hate sitting way back.
I don't like it.
I don't know if I'd still like it because it's been so long since I've done it.
Why did you pull this up?
Just so I could talk about the trailer.
Oh, okay.
So Weapons, the new what's his name? Craig. The director of Barbarian, we'll just say that. I forget his name, but it's the same director as Barbarian. So this had a trailer. You would not watch it. I watched it.
I mean, we already had a trailer, so I don't ever like talk about stuff that we've already.
This was like a full trailer,
I guess.
You know, so I watched this trailer, and what I will say, because you were worried it was going to spoil too much, or maybe you heard it spoil too much. I don't think it really spoiled too much.
I didn't want to watch it.
It may have showed a little bit too much, but I still don't really know like what is going to happen, like what exactly like it is.
Mm-hmm. So, isn't showing too much and spoiling too much the same thing?
It makes sense when I say it. Zach Kreger, somebody just called it out.
Okay. Yeah, I'm excited for this movie. But I feel like it's a type of movie that you need to know as least as possible. And like the less you know, the better.
This is the big image from the trailer that keeps floating around. Bam! Look at that.
Yeah, I didn't want to see that. So
well, you saw it before you went.
Thank you.
So I'm not spoiling it for you. You saw it. You pointed
that
it out.
That guy looks familiar too.
I'm keeping this. I'm gonna flash it every time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for the movie. I am like kind of bummed that Julia Gardner, is that how you say her name?
That she's in it.
Don't love her, but
in the trailer she seemed like she's gonna be a little bit more low key.
Yeah.
But she was low key in the Wolfman, but I don't know. She seemed like she might be all right in this.
Yeah.
But it's got Josh Brolin, so you got to see him a little bit more. He's one of the angry parents, like wondering where his kid is and stuff like that.
Yeah. This comes out in August. So.
This is probably my most anticipated at this point movie.
Okay.
I hope it doesn't let me down. The last movie I was most anticipating also had Julia Garner in it.
Wolfman.
And it let me down.
Yeah.
So hopefully this one doesn't. I also watched The Strangers Chapter 2 trailer, which did get a new poster.
I did not watch it.
You did not watch it, but you did share a interesting tidbit of information.
Yeah, I try to post posters on Instagram. I gotta adjust here. So little call out. Follow me on Instagram if you're not already at Married with Media. But yeah, when I looked it up, whenever I post, I try to do like a description of the movie and stuff too. And when I do that, I saw the runtime, and according to IMDb, it is 2 hours and like 42 minutes.
2 hours.
But it seems so wrong that I feel like it's going to be changed. It has to be a typo.
I don't know. This could be the Lord of the Rings.
Like 2 hours and 42 minutes for a movie like this?
Reboots.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is going to be like the Hobbit trilogy.
There's no way that can be right.
Or they squeeze an hour and a half worth of material into 3 movies.
Yeah.
Stretch it.
I don't know. Doesn't seem right, but that's what it said. So.
Anyway, I watched the trailer.
Yeah.
And.
What was it that I was seeing about it being like Halloween 2 or something?
I mean.
Did you see that?
Kind of.
It was like comparing it to.
You remember the ending of the last one. If you didn't see the last one, spoiler alert,
she's in the
hospital. Little bit. She's in the hospital at the end of the last one. So she wakes up in the hospital in the trailer, and there's something going on in the hospital. She has to get out. So kind of. But I don't think the entire movie takes place in the hospital, which Halloween 2, the entire movie takes place in the hospital. But I'm not going to say too much because it may be a spoiler, but there was kind of an interesting twist that I picked up on, if it was actually what they were implying it was, which I don't know. I don't know quite how I feel about it in general, but I was interested in checking it out. I thought the last
even
one
at that runtime
2 hours. Hell yeah, let's do it.
No.
I didn't hate the last one. I just thought it was very basic and boring.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel that way about the original Strangers, so
right.
It's no big difference.
Yeah, I didn't hate the first one.
Strangers Pray at Night is actually really good, though. I like that one.
Yeah, I didn't hate the first one like, I thought I would because everybody was saying it was terrible. And I was just like, terrible. I don't know. Like, it's all right, but.
I've seen worse.
Yeah.
All right, so.
Moving.
Do you want to get in the chat real quick, and then we can come back?
Might as well finish the horror out. Well, I guess there's still a couple more horrors, so never mind.
There's still a couple more horrors left. Yeah, let me take this down.
I don't think our chat's popping off too much tonight.
Well, there might be some people that want to be a part of the conversation.
Okay.
If I can figure out how to get back in here.
What in the world? You're doing all kinds of.
Did you start?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God. Let's see.
Keep going. You probably can't even see.
Well, I guess it's popping up more than you thought.
Okay, let's see. I picked up Screams, Lord of Illusions 4K. It's a blind buy for me. What do you think of the film?
I thought it was okay. I got the Umbrella box. Yeah, it's a Blu-ray, but I just watched it like a year and a half ago, so I didn't get the 4K because I wasn't really looking to watch it again. It's probably Clive Barker's worst movie of the three, I'd say, but it's still okay.
Maria says How to Train Your Dragon was very nice. Awesome. I hear it was good. What is with Pixar and the jelly bean mouth thing they do with their characters? LOL. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like that shape of a mouth that looks like a jelly bean.
I can't visualize
probably never noticed, but yeah, that's funny. I saw the original How to Train Your Dragon first time, and I wouldn't mind seeing the new one. Yeah. Maria says, do we have any numbers on the F1 Fan First IMAX showing last night? No, we do not. We do not. I'm glad you guys had a great vacation. You deserve it. Well, thank you so much, Maria. Ken, I'm planning to get in July Center's 4K Steelbook, Fallout Season 1 4K Steelbook, Fury 4K Ultra HD Digital Steelbook, 4K Nobody Limited Edition Steelbook, 4K. Oh my God, so much Steelbook.
A lot of Steelbooks. Hope you ordered Fallout Season 1 4K. It's sold out.
Nice. Centers and others have done well. People are just bored of Disney.
That might be it. It might be it.
Well, it's two different age groups too, I feel like. Comparing Disney movies with Sinners. 28 years later, budget was $60 million, worldwide revenue $63 million.
Yeah.
Ken and Michelle, are you looking forward to Prime Day? I'm putting $200 off to the side. I'm hoping to pick up Seinfeld, the complete series on 4K. I'm hoping it will go down $150 or $135.
Oh yeah, I was looking forward to getting a deal.
Like Prime Day, I've been turned off to it because I hear that it's like a scam. I hear that they like raise their prices before, and then when it's Prime Day, they just lower it down to normal, and they make you think you're getting a sale.
The stuff I'm interested in, like I know if I'm getting a deal or not.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think they're trying to pull one.
Amazon always does that though.
Yeah. Yeah. And Michelle, I wanted to say thank you for adding me to Goodreads as a friend. Yes, for sure. Elio has little touching moments, and there's 2 parts in it, like body horror or Alien, but it was overstimulating and not enough character development at all. 2 out of 5.
You're a tough critic, Marius.
Soul was the last Pixar movie I bought. Very nice.
Did that come out? I guess it did come out on 4K.
Sarah says Species Disguised. I don't know what that is. We got, I thought that was Magic Hands. Is it? Is that a different hand?
It's a different Magic Hands.
What's up, everyone? Is that you? Did you change it? Or is it just a coincidence? Maria is going to watch F1 on Saturday. That was one that you wanted to see.
I did. I'm sure I won't get out to see it.
Ken and Michelle, I wanted to tell you that Silo is based off of a book series. The first 2 seasons is based off the first book, and the 3rd season that's coming up this year is based off their book 2. Nice.
I think I've seen those books.
Did Thanks for the info, movie man. What theater does the best buckets? I couldn't even tell you. Could not even tell you.
Probably AMC, right?
I don't know.
I don't feel like Cinemark does that good at buckets.
You don't think? Ken, have you watched Daredevil Born Again? It's pretty good.
I have not. I can't watch TV shows unless Michelle watches it with me.
They need to re-release Fan for Stick.
Hell yeah.
I don't know what that is. Ken and Michelle, have you gotten your tickets for Superman yet? Already did. I'm seeing it July 10th. No, I usually don't get tickets like that early.
You better.
I feel like, a few days before maybe for a big movie. It's usually fun. I don't know. I feel like I don't really know if like Kentucky is like big movie people. I mean, we definitely like can fill some theaters, but I don't know. I just don't feel like it really gets all that crazy around here. Like we don't have any fun,
often.
We don't have any fun like big early showings, like we get to see it on Thursday instead.
We got a Thursday night movie.
Yeah, I don't know.
A lot of people get mystery movies. We don't get
like our theater. Like we're lucky if our theater puts up any like decoration, like cardboard cutouts.
We're lucky if our movie can play to the end.
Like it's really lame. It's really unfortunate.
Has sound.
Antonis, and am I saying that right? Antonis. Hey Ken, what's up, man?
What's up, Antonis?
I'm not here apparently. Somebody saying hi to him. Minecraft Monkey and Monkey Shines Woman in the Minecraft Monkey and Monkey.
It actually makes sense.
Shines Woman in the Yard. I have been picking up tons of new.
Those are all new releases. Monkey Shines, Woman in the Yard, and Minecraft came out this month.
Wait, Monkey Shines is a movie?
Monkey Shines and Monkey.
Oh, I thought she just said the monkey again.
Minecraft Monkey.
Let's see. Yep, like this stream, please. We got Mama Bluray. How's it going?
What's up, Mama?
John says Ken is right. Set close. Got another.
I used to like
up close fan.
I like that.
That face will be the new Rat Man. The nasty face you pulled up from the Weapons movie.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Collector Movie Man says, my number one movie for next year, The Odyssey, directed by Christopher Nolan, and my number two most anticipated movie for next year is Doom Messiah. It comes out the same day as Avengers Doomsday. Lord, I cannot even think about next year.
My number one's probably The Odyssey too.
Are we going to talk about the trailer for Naked Gun? No, we are not.
No, but I did watch it. And
I have still zero desire.
It still looks pretty good. I thought it looked funny. So I'm excited to watch it.
There you go. We got Max Power. Hey, you two. Cheers. How's it going? Thanks for being here. Mario says, why no Monday lives anymore? We just decided Mondays are really challenging. We're just like tired from going back to work for the day. And, it might not be such a big deal when school's out, but it's just like usually a combination of just us being tired, even though we just had the weekend, but
yeah,
I don't know. Mondays
suck.
Just seem to have not been the best time. Thumbs up, folks. That's right. Sarah's got the same birthday as our son. Very nice.
No, her dad does.
Well, that's what I meant to say. Sorry, her dad, Sarah's dad. Disney Pixar movie. You say they are brothers. Holland in it. July 10th is my birthday. I may go see Superman. Very nice. Sweet. F1 might have to wait for the 4K UHD.
Yeah, I might have to too.
Adrian's birthday is July 8th. We have Chi-Town Bud. How's it going?
What's up, Chi-Town?
Marius wants to know Megan 2 trailer thoughts. Hold on to your vaginas.
Did they do another trailer?
I don't know.
If they did, I missed it. I was sold with the last one.
Ken's like all for this.
Oops, silliness. I did it again. Let's do it.
I personally am not loving the full-on goofiness that it's going for. But it might be fun. I don't know. Might be fun. It just seems like it's gonna be a little too.
They're doing like posters with their, I don't know what. She's looking like a mech or something on it.
Oh, what?
Almost like it's a kaiju movie.
I don't know what that means.
Like a Godzilla type movie.
You talking about the head thing she's wearing?
No,
the popcorn bucket. Like,
no, they did a new poster where it's like,
I didn't see it.
It's like done like it's a classic. Like,
have you seen the popcorn bucket though, where she
Japanese.
has like something on her head?
I don't think so.
It's like pink, and I don't know.
I don't pay attention to the popcorn buckets, or I would buy them all.
Nowhere to put them. Do you consider Child's Play franchise to be as iconic as Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre? What do you think? Child's Play is iconic.
It's Child's Play franchise is definitely better than the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise. I don't know if it's more iconic, but it's definitely not as iconic as Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street.
You don't think?
If I were to rank them, I don't know. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is really weird. Like the first one's one of the greatest horror movies ever made, and then it just like the next 40 years, and then you have the remake.
No, but I'm saying like he's asking, do you consider Child's Play as iconic as these other movies? And I feel like Child's Play does hold its own. Like everybody knows who Chucky is. Yeah,
and I mean you got what 8 movies if you count the remake, and then you got 3 seasons of television. So it's certainly. I think you have more hours and more screen time of Chucky than you do anything else.
And
all played by the same voice actor.
Yeah, probably. I bet you more people have seen Chucky than they have the Texas Chainsaw movies.
You're probably right. I think Chucky probably is more recognizable than Texas Chainsaw. Like I said, I don't have a problem putting it above Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but I just struggle with.
I don't know though.
The hockey mask is one of the most iconic things ever. Like if you see a hockey mask, like you know what that is.
Yeah, but like if we're talking about like actual people watching them, I don't really know if I would think that a lot of people have seen all the Friday the 13th movies and all the Nightmare on Elm Street.
Not everybody's seen all the Child's Play movies either, but they'll know who Chucky is.
I don't know. I feel like Chucky.
He's very close. He's very close. Yeah. And maybe he surpassed Freddy by now, but also that it gets to a point where I feel like Child's Play did itself more harm than good.
Yeah.
Because it just kept going, and it's got so many movies that people just despise, and the TV series was kind of highs and lows.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
We got Mozart's Ghost. Hey, Ken, that video you did in tribute to Slipcover Steve really threw me. I'm sorry I didn't get the joke. Well, I don't think that he wanted to be.
I wasn't trying to do that. I'll explain it when I go live tomorrow night. It was a joke, but
kind of.
Ken's
got weird humor, guys. I told him, I'm like, I didn't even know what he did, and he was like, "You won't understand." So I tried to watch it to understand, and I'm like, babe, like you literally can't tell your joke, and I'm sorry. Like, this does not seem like a joke to me.
I did the equivalent of bombing on stage for like a comedian. Yeah, I just
like the one guy in Baby Reindeer, like when he tried to do the on stage.
Yeah,
stuff.
And all I'll say is sometimes you just got to try different things, and sometimes it works in your favor, sometimes it doesn't. But no, I wasn't trying to. I know who Slipcover Steve is. I've seen a couple of his videos. Mm-hmm. I get it. But also you
weren't even thinking of him.
I've been making stupid content for a very long time, for much longer than he has. So
have you? Stupid?
Sure.
You don't even do Hillbilly whatever anymore.
Exactly. The Hillbilly Hunter.
Yeah, but you don't even do that anymore.
My review of Apex, of course, is legendary. Mm-hmm. That whole review was a spoof.
I don't feel like you do it as
I don't do it as much anymore because I'll get the reaction that I got. I just got too many people. It was easier when I didn't have anybody subscribe to me back in the day.
And he said, "And hi, Michelle, good to see him."
My Dollar Tree Diary series. Come on.
Yeah. Let's see. Collector Movie Band says thumbs up the live stream, everyone. Yes, please do. Monkey Shines might be Romero's best movie as it relates to the story. I hated it as a kid because I expected a slasher with a monkey as the killer. Like it better now, though.
Yeah, I didn't love it when I saw it. But I may grow to like it more.
No disc for F1 since it's Apple.
Oh, really?
It is Apple, yeah. I remember seeing the Apple logo on it.
But somebody has to have that.
Yeah, we probably won't get a 4K release of F1 because it's Apple TV Plus. If we haven't even gotten a 4K release for Killers of the Flower Moon, then we're not going to get one for F1.
But this is like a bigger theatrical release.
Yeah, I can already pre-ordered my Sinner Steelbook and Fallout Season 1 Steelbook. Very nice. All right, we did it. Let's keep going here.
Well, now I gotta go see it in the theaters.
All right, keeping with the topics, maybe.
Well, it says distributed by Warner Brothers, so maybe Warner Brothers will put it out on physical.
Okay, so we are getting a Silent Hill sequel film, Return to Silent Hill, coming to theaters in January of 2026.
Hell yeah, dumping ground month. That means they got a lot of faith. That means they got a lot of faith in it.
What was it the one that just came out? Well, when did they come out with another one? It said sequel. There's been another one?
Well, it's very confusing because there was a Silent Hill film.
Like a long time ago?
2006,
okay,
maybe?
All right.
And then there was a sequel to that, and it came out like 2012. And so, yeah, this would be the third one, technically.
Okay.
They must not be counting that other one.
Okay.
But I love the Silent Hill games. I thought the first Silent Hill movie started off really good. I think it has a good atmosphere, kind of in line with the games. But I just don't like the last half of that movie. I just think it kind of goes off the rails a little bit in a way that I didn't like. It's been a while since I've seen it though. I may need to rewatch it.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go. If you're a fan of those. And then let's see. Is this the last horror thing? I don't know. So Blumhouse officially buys rights to Saw franchise with Juan and Winnell returning to the film. So I got to be honest, I don't really understand that. I don't know like who did all the Saws and whatever.
Well, I know,
and I don't know like why it matters that Blumhouse bought it. I don't know who's owned Saw. Like I don't know any of that.
So I know Lionsgate has had the rights to distribute Saw, and I think Twisted Pictures had the rights to Saw before. Okay. So I don't know if Twisted Pictures sold it to Blumhouse and Lionsgate still owns the distribution rights, or
so
exactly
why do you think
works?
that they would have sold it? Like, did they say that they were
there was
done
a lot
with it
of
or
like
something, or?
There was a lot of problems over there with them trying to figure out like what to do with it, get it up off the ground. I don't know. I don't know all the inner workings and details. I'm not that big of a Saw fan.
Well, I mean, like honestly, like we can end Saw. Like there's.
But I do know there was. They were trying to do Saw 11 and continue that story.
Yeah.
And they could not. You know, it was like a money dispute between like producers and things like that. And so I think they were just like, all right, we can't get this figured out. We can't come to an agreement. So we're just going to sell it. Yeah. To Blumhouse.
Yeah.
So yeah, Blumhouse is doing Saw. I mean, if they got Juan and Winnell back, I mean, shit.
We should do a video
I'm
about.
more interested in that than seeing whatever they would have continued with Saw 10.
Yeah. I think we should do a video about the downfall of the Saw franchise.
The downfall of Saw.
Because we've talked about this before, but like at one point we used to go like every October.
We saw the first 5 in theaters.
Yeah, we used to go every year when they would come out. And it was just like a fun thing, you know.
The funny thing about the first one is I hated that movie like all the way through.
It's funny. And I
was like,
I
this
remember
is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Like, what is this? Carrie Elwes was so bad in it. And then the ending got me. I was like, oh my God, like this is like blew my mind. And it just made me like the movie.
Yeah.
And I rewatched it and liked it more. And then we went back and saw the sequels, and it just was fun, you know, because they kept like playing off, they kept like connecting to each other. Like one would end, and would pick up next year.
I just like look back at that time like really fondly. Obviously we were younger.
Yeah.
And could actually go to the movies and stuff.
I remember when we saw Saw 2, I had worked for 25 hours straight.
Oh my God.
And then I went home and took like a 2-hour nap, and we went to the movies.
Wow, we were dedicated.
That's a sign of the times, because I was 20 when that movie came out.
Yeah.
That I could do that back then.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that was the last of the horror stuff. So speaking of a franchise that won't die, apparently they want to make another Pirates of the Caribbean. The producer teases returning cast as Orlando Bloom says it's time to get the band back together. How original. Yeah, I don't know. I remember, kind of being into pirates maybe in the beginning, but then I just lost me.
It lost me after the first one.
I mean, yeah, you hate Jack Sparrow, and he is a very annoying character. Like, people love him or hate him.
He's good in the first one. I like Johnny Depp in the first Pirates. I think the first Pirates is a good movie. It's never one that I'm like, oh, I feel like watching the Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah. Although I will say, after we went to the pirate show down at Myrtle Beach, it's like, oh, it'd be fun to go watch the pirate movies.
Yeah.
But I think I'm just thinking of the first one. Because after that, I think Dead Man's Chest, I
feel like, didn't we try to rewatch them?
No, I don't think
I thought we did.
I don't think we ever.
I thought we did. I know that there's the one.
Because I have not seen the fourth one, and I haven't seen the fifth one.
You know the captain with the octopus arm or something? He's like an octopus.
That was the second one, Dead Man's Chest. Yeah. And then there was at World's End. I remember seeing at World's End with you in the theaters. And I almost fell asleep. It was 3 hours long, and it was just a bunch of fighting on a ship. And I was like, this is so boring. It's there's action, but it's so boring.
Well, also, we rode the Pirates ride at Disney.
Yeah.
And that kind of made me want to watch
the first one's great. I think the first one's a classic. But after that, I don't like the next two, and I haven't seen the two after that.
Yeah.
So I don't really care, even if they do get Johnny Depp back.
All right. Okay, so we are getting another Meet the Parents. Meet the Parents 4, I guess. But Barbara Streisand says that
she's pissed.
It's going to take a lot of money to get her back if they want her. Because apparently when she was in the last one, she said that it was still in the time where women just weren't getting paid as much as the men. And so, she's still, a little bit bitter about that. And
come on. You're Barbara Streisand. I'm sure she got plenty of really good deals.
Well, that's her point. She's like, I'm me and you still paid me shitty and I'm not coming back now. Apparently, though, I guess I don't know who would be in charge of what she gets paid. The producer, the director. I don't know who.
To be honest,
she said somebody ended up giving her a bonus of sorts to make her feel better or something. But I don't know who would have done that. But
I will say I like Meet the Fockers. I think I saw it twice in the theaters.
Really?
I think I did.
What?
I remember seeing it once, and then I think we went.
Huh.
I think I saw it without you, or maybe I saw it without you the second time.
Always seeing movies without me.
Barbara Streisand.
We can't go. Well, I'm gonna go.
She was good in that movie, if I remember, but wasn't
she a yoga instructor or
something?
Yeah,
she had a funny scene with Robert De Niro where she was stretching him out and stuff, and he popped the boner or something.
Oh, I don't remember that.
But beyond that, it's Dennis. Is it not Dennis Hopper? Dustin Hoffman and Robert De Niro. They were the big parts of that movie. I think all you need for Meet the Parents 4 is Robert De Niro and Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
And I feel like Robert De Niro, he literally is that person, the grumpy old man, especially now. He's pretty old. He's pretty old now.
Yeah. It's not going to be the same anyway.
It's not.
Ben Stiller's just, I don't know if Ben Stiller's just very serious now.
Yeah.
I don't know if Ben Stiller really cares about doing comedies and stuff. So I don't know.
Well, he's doing Severance now. He's doing producing.
Yeah,
and
stuff. He's directed most of those episodes. So,
yeah.
He's more serious now. You hear him in interviews and stuff. You can tell he just wants to get more into filmmaking.
Yeah. Well, he's getting up there too. He's getting old too.
Yeah. Which Ben Stiller's been directing for a long time. He directed The Cable Guy.
Yeah.
He directed Tropic Thunder, which is one of the best. I think Tropic Thunder might be the best comedy in the past 20 years.
Oh my gosh.
I think it's aged better than every other comedy in the 2000s.
All right. And last topic for tonight, just a quick one. Tom Cruise is going to receive an honorary Oscar this year. Wait, are the Oscars this year?
Did he ever get an Oscar?
But when is the Oscars? I thought that was like early in the year.
Like 9 months. March.
Yeah, so it's going to be next year then.
Unless they just decide to give it to him randomly in the middle of the year.
Right? It says this year, but like the Oscars are just happened, so it's got to be next year then.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, well, when they say this year, it's just like this year at the Oscars is coming up a year.
I guess, whatever. Yeah, I don't know if he's ever won an Oscar or not, but you know how they always have those like special awards, like.
Yeah, I mean, he's done a lot of dramatic roles. I don't know. I'm sure he was nominated for Jerry Maguire. I just don't know if he ever won.
I mean, you know,
Magnolia, like there's been.
He definitely is like worthy of like one of those like awards where they're like, you're iconic, you know?
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't know about is this like the first time they've ever done this? Like I get like celebrating an actor.
Usually though, they're older though.
But like to give them an Oscar, I don't know. Like you gotta kind of earn that by winning it, right?
Well, I feel like it's different though.
He chose a different path. He chose the path of blockbuster action.
Yeah.
Like he did dramas, you know, but I don't know. Yeah. If he wants an Oscar, like he needs to go do a drama.
Yeah, but this is different. It's not an Oscar for like best actor. It's an honorary Oscar. Do you know where they usually like they pick someone? They ever done that before? Yes, they always pick someone to like salute. You don't remember that? Like usually though, it's like an actor that's like, you know, like they. I just always
thought they called it.
They did what's her face? Remember the actress that I like? That's funny.
Don't say you like her. She's very controversial.
What is her name?
Jane Fonda.
Remember
that wasn't at the Oscars. That was at the Screen Actors Guild Awards.
They do that kind of thing. Like they'll pick someone who's just had like a very iconic.
Well, who did they do that to this year?
I don't remember, but they usually do that for every year.
I always thought they called it something different though.
But like I said, usually it's someone that's like, you know, old and they're like, shit, we better give this to them before they die, kind of thing. You know, Tom Cruise. He's not old enough. He's not that old.
This is why I'm against this. Okay, I don't.
It's not. It's different.
I'm not denying that Tom Cruise isn't one of the most important people ever to Hollywood. Like I'm not denying that, but he's old. He's not that old. He could go if he wants an Oscar.
He could still get one.
Go act and whatever and win an Oscar.
Okay.
You know. Okay. And he probably didn't decide this, so it's not on Tom. But
where did I go?
He just took us out of it. Who knows if they can still hear us or not? Give this to me. God.
You do it too.
All right, we're back.
All right. That was the last thing, guys. So we'll just finish up the chat.
Let me know what you guys think. Does Tom Cruise deserve to just be handed an Oscar for nothing?
It's an honorary Oscar. It's different.
If they do that every year, then fine. But I've never heard of them doing that. Maybe it's the first time they'll call it the Tom Cruise Oscar, and that'll be the.
Maybe.
And the award for Tom Cruise Oscar goes to.
Sarah's been looking for Killers of Flowers of the Killer Moon or whatever that movie's
Well, it's
called.
I think it's in Italy. You gotta go to Italy.
None of these movies this summer hold any interest for me.
I think it looks like a pretty good summer.
Ken, wasn't Killers of the Flower Moon the distributor Paramount?
I think I don't know. I have to look it up.
Universal is having a pretty good year, I think. The Murder, She Wrote box set is crazy nice, and they're releasing Harvey on 4K this August. I know you're a big Jimmy Stewart fan, Ken.
Yeah, I'm going to get that Harvey, and I'm glad I didn't buy the Blu-ray. But yeah, they're also doing Knight Rider, too.
Well, then I will not be seeing F1. If that's how they roll, I'm out.
Damn.
Not a fan of Blumhouse, but not a fan of Lionsgate now that they only care about Lionsgate Unlimited.
You say Unlimited?
It says Unlimited.
Distributed by Paramount. Yeah, you're right.
Carrie Elwes, is that how you say that?
Yeah.
Is a lousy actor.
He's great in Twister as the asshole, and he's great in Liar Liar. And The Princess Bride is a classic. He's good in that too. But other than that, no, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this physical media talk, guys. I'm checking out mentally.
Come to my stream tomorrow
because
night.
That's the only way I know how to get it. Telling Sarah how to get it. I've heard Johnny Depp is not coming back for Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't know. I thought that I heard that he would now that he's like got through all that Amber Heard stuff and
Johnny Depp ain't got it no more anyway.
I mean, as bad as the Jurassic sequels were, the 2000s are terrible. The first Pirates trilogy is God tier, in my opinion. Wow. Next year, it will be 30 years ago that I saw Independence Day in the theater. What do you like to watch around the 4th of July? Independence Day.
I do like to watch Independence Day and Jaws, of course. If I could squeeze both in, I will.
I know there was a Italy edition of a 4K release for Killers of the Flower Moon, but I heard the 4K is not region free.
Also, another good 4th of July movie is Silver Bullets because it does take place on 4th of July.
Not a fan of the Flockers movies. Too vulgar. All right.
I get it.
She was a sexual massage therapist.
Yeah.
I like the original one the best. Sequels just don't do it for me.
She says, I think we caught some driftwood. That's what she says.
Oh my gosh. The first 2 movies are the best of Meet the Parents. I've already pre-ordered my 4K Meet the Parents. Very nice.
I mean, the first Meet the Parents is a classic.
No, Tom Cruise has never won an Oscar. Tom Cruise was nominated for Jerry Maguire and Born on the 4th of July.
I'm surprised he wasn't nominated for Rain Man.
Mozart's Ghost. My eye itches here. Wait, Tom Cruise doesn't have an Oscar? What the hell?
I mean, it's just the difference between a guy that like goes for the Oscar every single movie, like Daniel Day-Lewis, and then Tom Cruise, who goes for an Oscar like maybe once every 10 years. I mean, your likelihood of getting it's very low.
Honorary Oscar awards are given at the annual Governor's Awards, which usually take place in November. Okay. Tom Cruise definitely deserves an Oscar, even an honorary Oscar. His performance in Born on the 4th of July was worthy. Okay, I didn't know that was a movie. I thought you were saying he was actually born on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Never heard of that one.
I just got a 4K.
Who was Oscar anyway? Call it the Cruise Award. Yeah, where did the name Oscar come from? Honorary Oscars are not about drama, lifetime achievement, exceptional contributions, outstanding service. Yeah, exactly. Babe. That's what it's about. Tom does not have an Oscar. He deserves it. They give honorary Oscars every year, usually to 2 or 3 people. See, the peeps know. Ken's in the dark. Kevin Bacon and Whitewater Summer is one of the best roles ever filmed.
I almost watched that
says Adam
when we were on vacation. That was on YouTube. I almost watched it. It's in my queue.
People still love Johnny Depp. He really does have his fans. I think Dustin Hoffman won for Rain Man.
Rain Man's a really good movie.
They'll probably give Cruise an Oscar due to his contribution and promotion of the stunt work and stunt professional filmmakers. Yeah. I love your nails. I just saw them. Oh, well, thank you.
Thank you. Oh, he's not talking to me.
They're kind of grown out now. I got them done for the beach. Watch it, Ken. It's fantastic.
I will. I was enjoying myself watching some YouTube movies on vacation.
You did. I was driving and you were watching movies.
Yeah, I watched 8.
Guys, it's very important. Like the stream before you head out. Like the stream.
Yeah.
Like the stream.
That is important.
Yeah. All right. That's going to do it.
Is that all you want to say?
Yeah, I'm feeling kind of tired.
All right.
Yeah.
You getting ready to go to sleep?
Probably not, but.
Yeah, I hear you. I should have got my coffee. Should have got my coffee. But, guys, we appreciate it. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. We'll try to have a video out this week.
Yeah.
Who knows if we will, but we'll try.
Mozart says, you're lucky my thumb works today.
Thank you, Mozart. We appreciate
Thanks so much.
It. But yeah, thank y'all so much for watching, and we will see you.
Bye, guys.
Next time. Let me find the outro.